Good morning. We are coming to you from the shop again. It's far too windy outside to try and do a video here this morning outside. But today is a big day. I'm super excited. Got a phone call from the post office. Our chicks are in. So follow along. For the next 8 weeks, we're gonna be growing these chickens, and at the end of it, we're gonna have this massive freezer full of chickens. It's gonna be the greatest thing ever. I'm so excited. So excited, actually, I forgot my gloves again. I think I might actually have to get a piece of string or something to go through my overalls here. Hang on to them, I don't know. Anyways, so you can see we've got the little chicken house set up. So we got an old water trough with the heat lamp in it. And then there's this brooder that we built over here really quickly the other day. And this one over here is really just for overflow. As the little hens get a little bit bigger, the Cornish cross are going to grow, obviously at a very different rate. And so I want to have an alternative option there, so that if we need to split them up, we can.
Well, Queen has had her lamb this morning. Yeah, this gorgeous little baby belongs to her. And it's a boy. It's a boy.
Alright, so Carmen's at the post office. She's just picked up the chicks. Miss Magoo here, her fingers are cold, so we come in for a little bit. We got time for maybe a quick cup of coffee, and then the chicks will be here. Alright, well, I'm not going to get much done on the chicken tractor. I'm not going to get anything done on the chicken tractor here this evening. I tried to stop in the Home Depot, see if I could get some lumber on my way home from work. And they've got some kind of fiasco set up with nylon ropes and everything. There's people lined up down the street, so that was just a complete gong show. I didn't want any part of that. Stopped at Peavey Mart. I did get, I got the netting, the chicken netting for that, so that portion is good. Once we get some lumber, I think Carmen's gonna pick some up tomorrow, and we can get that project moving forward. So for tonight, I got some food scraps for the chickens. Gonna go ahead and dump that out for them, and go check on the new baby lamb. Yeah, so these girls are just kicking ass at spreading this old hay out. So that's fantastic. It's gonna have a really good mulching effect. So just gonna dump a little bit extra food for them here. All their food scraps from the kitchen, nothing goes to waste. So they'll get in there, they'll dig for all those scraps, they'll spread this mulch out even more. Alright, so I was talking to my boss today about how to be successful at chicken farming. So Keith, if you're watching this, show this to your neighbor. He can't go wrong. Let's have a count how many eggs we got today. 1, 2, 3, 23, 24, 25 eggs today. So absolute win. That's one more than yesterday. Except for that chicken. Oh boy, that looks like that chicken had a bad day. Ouch. So our silky hens, they lay these eggs down in the corner there. They actually won't get up into the roosting or the nesting boxes. They can't get up there, but they lay these tiny little eggs. It's just the cutest little thing. It's like if you got kids at home or whatever and you want to have like a little egg just for them, these are the perfect ones. That are quail eggs. Quail eggs are, kids just love those too. Okay, enough about these big chickens. Let's go check out the chicks. So the one thing that's super important with these chicks is to regulate the temperature for them. You'll see they got all this fuzz all over them. There's really no feathers, right? And the feathers is what helps them regulate their body temperature. So for now, we give them the heat lamp and then a big enough area with some deep bedding. And then they can either come into the heat or go away from it as they need. So that's how they regulate their body temperature, just because they can't do it themselves. So little help from a friend. So in their water here, we have, it's just a gallon water, and we mix 3 tablespoons of honey, 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and then fill the rest up with water. And that just helps them get that energy boost, as well as a little boost for their immune system. Okay, so next, chickens are done. That's it for the night for them. We gotta get a little bit of grain, get over to the ewes, get them all topped up for the night. And then I also want to check Queen's baby. She had that little lamb there first thing this morning. So I want to make sure that little fella's doing okay before we call it a night. Well, it's not super windy out here tonight, but it is just windy enough to make it kind of miserable. Sheep don't seem to mind though. They know their snack's coming. So this little guy was born earlier this morning to Queen, so super excited about that. There's a sheep farting right now. I've never heard that before. I didn't know sheep could fart. Well, I mean, I knew sheep could fart, but I didn't expect it to fart right in my face like that. So yeah, this is Queen's little boy. Quite a cutie, beautiful coloring on him. So we'll be looking for a name for him. So remember, if you're gonna comment on that one, it's gotta be a British city or town or village that begins with the letter Q. There's only like 6 of them, so choose wisely. Okay, well, that's pretty much a wrap for the evening. All the lambs look like they're doing really well. Actually, even, yeah, Queen's new little guy that was born this morning, doing fantastic. He's a really big lamb. Actually, last year's lamb was a big one too. So that's good. I'm glad he's up and he's healthy and he's sucking. The chicks are all doing fantastic. So 30 of those are meat birds and 25 of those are laying hens. I probably should have got a count today because they usually send a couple extra. I didn't count them as they come out of the box. So tomorrow we'll get a count on them. Yeah, each of those Cornish cross, when they are fully grown, they should be in that 5-pound range dressed out. So I mean, we're gonna have 150 pounds of chicken come out of those, just those tiny little wee chicks, right? So that's fantastic. So follow along on that journey, and we'll keep you up to date on their progress. Yeah, it's gonna be good stuff. So hope you have a great night. I gotta get some supper, and we'll see you tomorrow.